I'm Jimmy. This is Beers
and Beards.
We drink responsibly.
You know it.
Talk about football,
Wrestling, everything awesome.
So wrestling, big pay-per-view this weekend.
Yeah.
Battleground. I believe it's a new event. Battleground, is that?
I think so.
I don't think we've had one of those before. We've got some interesting matches on the card. We're going to start out talking about the match that's on the pre-show, and that's Dolph Ziggler, who definitely should not be on the pre-show, wrestling Damien Sandow, who apparently may never win a match again after winning the briefcase for Money in the Bank. Pick it.
Well, Dolph Ziggler, former Money in the Bank winner, against the current World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank winner. I'm a Ziggler fan. I'm going Ziggler. That's my guy.
Sandow doesn't win anymore. I'm going Ziggler. And next up, we've got a big tag match. We've talked a lot about wrestling, you and I, and you know my feelings on how TNA completely demolishes the WWE when it comes to tag team wrestling and diva wrestling.
Yeah.
But this may be an exception to that rule because this is a quality tag match. We've got Goldust and Cody Rhodes taking on the Shield, and if they win the match, they get their jobs back.
Yeah, that's a lot of incentive for them. Realistically, Goldust is one of my favorites. I like to see Cody and Goldust pick up this win, but I believe in the Shield. They're winning this match.
I believe in the Shield also, and when we talk about the tag team, we're talking about Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, who may be my two favorite members of the Shield. No offense to Dean Ambrose, who's awesome, but I don't see them winning this match. I really think Cody is in line for a big push, and if that's going to happen, we've got to let Cody get the pin, let Cody get the victory for the team here, and bring him back into the WWE. I'm voting against the Shield.
Oh my God.
It happens. We've got a Divas match. We've got the champion, AJ Lee, and she's going to be taking on Brie Bella.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't even pick a Divas match, but since fellow Jersey native AJ Lee's in it, I'm going with the champ. Let's go, AJ.
AJ's going to win this match,
you know it.
And it may be 4 to 5 minutes long, so don't feel bad about hating. CM Punk versus Ryback, the newest Heyman guy.
You see what I'm doing here? I know Punk's lost just about every match on pay-per-view this year, except for the one with Jericho. Yeah, but I'm going with Punk.
No surprise there.
He beat Ryback 2 times, I think, last year. Granted, it was with Heyman and Shield's help, but Punk's taking this one.
I don't know what's going on with Ryback. He was doing these terrible bullying segments. Now he's the new Heyman guy. I'd like to think that if that means anything for Ryback's career, he's going to win this match. But I'm with you. I think CM Punk gets the victory there. Next up, we've got a World Heavyweight Championship matchup. RVD taking on the champion, Alberto Del Rio.
Well, it's going to be RVD and ADR, but RVD is going to have Ricardo Rodriguez in his corner, and if anything I know, Ricardo is always an X factor in the match, especially since the rules are going to favor RVD with the hardcore rule style match. I think RVD is going to pick up a World Heavyweight Championship this weekend.
I hate to rain on your parade. There's some rumors that RVD may be taking a break soon. I think that kind of spells it out here. And I would agree that Ricardo may be the X factor in the match only because I can't help but believe at some point he's coming back over, he's going to make a heel turn, and he's going to be back in Del Rio's camp. It is coming. This might be the weekend we see that happen. I'm sticking with the champ, Alberto Del Rio.
I'm going to have to go against you on that one. I think by the time Monday night comes, we're going to see a new heavyweight champion, and it's going to be Mr. Monday Night.
I wouldn't complain. Love RVD. We've got the big title match, the main event for this card.
For the third time.
We've got Daniel Bryan taking on Randy Orton to see who is truly the face of the WWE. What do you think is going to happen when this one goes down?
I think the face of the WWE is a goat face. I'm always going with the beard. Now, Randy Orton's got some facials too, but he don't got it strapped at the bottom, so he ain't going to have the strap at the bottom. I think Daniel Bryan's taking this match.
Well, obviously, If we're talking about a best beard competition, this one is a no-brainer. I think that Orton is going to be the champ on Monday Night Raw. Now, whether that means that he wins at the pay-per-view or he loses again and somehow Triple H takes the strap off Bryan again on Monday night, that remains to be seen. But I will say this. I guess I'm hedging my bets here. Randy Orton will be the champion on Monday Night Raw.
But who's winning the match?
If Bryan does, it's very temporary. I'd like to see Bryan, and I think they may do that. The only way you could get more heat on the McMahon and this angle they're doing than they have right now would be to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
But that's the only way you could pump up the volume, and I just don't think they're done with this yet. I think this storyline, the whole McMahon power trip with Stephanie and Triple H and crying Big Show having to knock somebody out, don't be surprised if that's a storyline that we're still seeing when we get to WrestleMania.
I think it will be. I think we're still going to see Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton in the WWE Championship picture for WrestleMania.
Very possible.
They might throw Cena in there. But I think that between Cena and or Big Show, we're going to see some big heel turns before WrestleMania. I think Big Shows might be coming in this match, but I still think Daniel Bryan's going to pull it out.
We'll have to see what happens. Huh?
Well, one thing I do want to say is that Bray Wyatt not being on the card yet is bad for business. WWE's been releasing some cryptic tweets teasing either Kane or Undertaker's return. And I think putting those two guys in Bray Wyatt's putting Undertaker in Bray Wyatt's storyline with Kane, I think that's going to be epic. I think we're going to be looking at a Bray Wyatt-Undertaker WrestleMania match. At least I'm hoping we are.
That'll be sweet. I really like Bray. I just don't know that the company knows what to do with him right now. They've got this really neat little stable. The promos are awesome. The entrance is awesome. Just based on the way they booked him thus far. The Kane angle coming out was strong. Mm-hmm. Since then, I'm just not entirely sure where they're going. I hope you're right. I hope this is leading to something phenomenal.
Well, I think with Kane, I know he's been filming See No Evil 2 while he's been away. But I think the perfect way to bring him back is without the mask, with some overalls on, and as part of the Wyatt family. I think it would probably reinvent Kane's career, and he can actually be that scary guy that he once was, that they tried to do when they brought the mask back. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he's really accomplished that, mostly because he spent most of last year with Daniel Bryan as the comic relief in the tag team. But I think as long as Kane comes back as part of the Wyatt family, adding that element would make the Undertaker-Bray Wyatt match at WrestleMania epic.
I wouldn't argue that. Did you see No Evil?
I haven't.
Not a bad horror movie.
Really?
I was surprised.
I'm not really, because I know Kane's a really good actor. I mean, he plays the Kane role incredible. Way better than he did Isaac Yankem. Mm-hmm. For you smarks out there.
Well, that's wrestling. Courtesy of Beers and Beards.
I dropped a little beer.
Not as much as Stone Cold would have.
That's one thing I'll say. Stone Cold has probably caught the most consecutive beers of anybody in the history of mankind.
He had a good streak.
Yeah.